Well, you probably clicked on this video because you saw the title, Why I Would Never Buy a Car from Carvana Again. And I want to show you why. I want to show you what happened to me. And right now it is April 8th, 2020. My ordeal started December 19th of last year. So I want to show you what I've been dealing with for 4 months now. This is the car that I purchased from Carvana, a 2017 Alfa Romeo. It was not cheap. It was very expensive. It's a beautiful car. I love the car. But why would I never purchase from Carvana again? Well, you may look, but that is actually a flat tire right there. It's a flat tire. Why is the tire flat? The tire is flat because when I had the car delivered to my home December 19th, I noticed that there was no inspection. Well, they never told me that the car was not going to be inspected. That was new. That was a surprise. Nowhere in any paperwork or anything did it say the car is not going to come with an inspection. So that first threw me off. So I'm like, all right, so now I have to spend extra money to go get the car inspected. All right. So now I'm sitting in my car that I can't drive here in my driveway. Now let me tell you the story, and then you can decide for yourself if you would like to buy a car from Carvana, but I want you to hear my story. So probably for about 4 or 5 months before December 19th, when I purchased the car and had it delivered to my house, I was researching Carvana, found some cars I liked. I liked the Alfa Romeo. One came up for sale in this color, and I bought it right away. Purchased it right away. Was delivered on December 19th, 2019. The guy who delivered the car was great. Nothing, great guy, very personable. So I noticed that day that there was no state inspection. I'm like, all right, so now I got to get the car inspected. That's going to cost me extra money. I hope it doesn't need anything. Well, when I was looking, the car was delivered to me at night, so it was very dark, and I live in the middle of the woods. So the next morning when I came out, I'm looking the car over, and I realized that the tires looked pretty low. And I'm thinking, are they going to pass inspection? It's going to be close. It's going to be close. And I did the penny test, and I could see a lot of Lincoln's head. So this started to scare me a little bit. Nowhere on the Carvana website are the tire tread thickness shown. And nothing was ever mentioned as to how good the tires actually were. Now keep in mind, when I bought my car, it had almost 20,000 miles on it. So not even 20,000 miles yet on the car. So I took the car. Well, I had to wait for registration. That took about 3 weeks or so to get. Once I got the registration, then I took my car to my mechanic for inspection, and I said, obviously double check the tires. I don't think that they're going to pass. Well, my state inspection for Pennsylvania did fail because the tires would not pass inspection. And the one tire was really low, but still drivable, but would not pass inspection. So I'm like, okay. So I called Carvana. That was on January 13th or 14th. I called Carvana, and they said, no problem, Tom. We just need a copy of the failed emissions paperwork from your mechanic. Who is your mechanic? Give us their information. Have them call us, put in a claim, and we'll replace the tires for you free of charge. I'm like, awesome, great, okay. You know, this is going good. They were telling me what I wanted to hear. And I contacted my mechanic, and she got all the information, and she opened up a claim with Carvana, and actually it was through Silver Rock. Silver Rock is who Carvana uses for anything warranty related. Now they, you know, obviously I was well within my 100 days of the warranty, and I was well under 4,000 miles of having car. I think I was around not even 1,000 miles at that point yet. So they go in and open up a claim, and I called Silver Rock. Now I'm talking with Silver Rock along with Carvana, and Silver Rock says, oh yeah, you know, you want to keep in touch with your mechanic. They'll have the most recent updates. And so, all right, so a week later I wait, and I see my mechanic, and they're like, yeah, we, you know, Silver Rock said that they're going to, I guess, send a check or something to pay for the tires. So I'm like, okay, good. That's good. That's good. So a couple weeks goes by, and I know some of these things sometimes take a little while. So I waited about another 2 or 3 weeks or so, and the check did not come. So my mechanic emailed her contact. I guess it's a claims adjuster or a claims rep. And they said, oh, you know, no problem, we're going to fax you something. So some time goes by, a couple weeks, maybe close to 3 to 4 weeks, and a fax comes through to my mechanic, but it only came halfway through. It was only partly legible. And I don't even know what the fax was or said. I have no idea. So my mechanic emailed the contact again and said, whatever it was that you're faxing didn't come through, please send it again. And I'm keeping in contact with my mechanic, and I waited another week or two to contact her, and she said, no, Carvana is not calling me back. I don't know what's going on. I emailed, I'm not getting any responses. And all of a sudden, yesterday, now today is April 8th. So yesterday, April 7th. Now keep in mind, this started January 13th. Okay? Now we're at April 7th, yesterday. I pull into my driveway, and my front left tire pops. I'm like, oh great. Well, the tires were so worn from driving during that time that the tire that didn't pass inspection 3 months prior popped. Now I have run flat. This car has run flat tires. They are not cheap. Luckily, it happened when I was by myself in the car as I was pulling into my driveway, and it didn't happen when I was on the highway with my 4-year-old daughter with me in the car, because that would have been bad. But with run flat tires, there is just a pump that they give you, like an air compressor and a fix-it-flat kind of thing. There's no spare tire. So if I was out somewhere, I would be stuck. So, but the tire had the little metal wire sticking through the tire. And I go and I feel the tire that popped, and big hole in it. And I go and I feel the other tires, and those tires also, the other 3 were already having the metal mesh pop through. And I'm like, oh my God, it was just a matter of time before these others popped. So I called Silver Rock yesterday, right afterwards, April 7th. And I said, hey, what's going on? I haven't received a check. And I said, as a matter of fact, my tire just popped. So now I have this expensive car sitting in my driveway that I cannot drive. I'm stuck. Calling them hoping for some relief. Well, when I called, and every time you call, you talk to somebody else. And when you say, yeah, I spoke to so-and-so, they don't know who they are. You know, I don't think Carvana and Silver Rock communicate very well. So I'm talking to this girl named Kim at Silver Rock, and she says, Mr. Young, we have no recollection of your claim. And I'm like, what are you talking about? For 3 months, we have had communications back and forth about getting the money to replace these tires. And she said, well, I don't see any of that in the notes. And I'm thinking, how convenient for you that you don't see any of the conversations over the last 3 months in your notes about replacing the tires on my car. Now keep in mind, I am almost at the 4-month mark and my car is still not inspected. I still don't have an inspection done because I have tires that won't pass inspection. So I've been driving around for just about 4 months, being the angel that I could not to get pulled over, because I don't have a state inspection. Still, 4 months after receiving my car. After I got off the phone with Silver Rock, I was so frustrated. She goes, well, let me call Carvana and find out if they know anything. And I said, Kim, I said, do not hang up on me. And I said, do not push me off. Do not pawn me on to somebody else. I said, do not hang up with me. I said, I started this conversation with you. I said, if you have to call a supervisor over to have them stand next to you and talk to me, that's fine. But do not hang up with me. I'm not going to start this all over again with somebody else. So she's like, oh, no, don't worry. I'm going to call Carvana, but I'm going to keep you on the line. I said, okay. She goes, okay, will you hold, please? I said, yes. So I'm holding. And 3-4 minutes goes by, and all of a sudden the Carvana voicemail starts coming up. You know, push 1 for this, push 2 for that. I'm like, oh, are you kidding me? I said, Kim dumped me off. I can now no longer talk to Kim because she dumped me off and hung up on me. And all of a sudden Carvana picks up, and the guy on the phone had no idea what I was talking about. He doesn't know who Kim is, and I had to start the conversation all over again, which frustrated me even more. So I had to tell my story all over again and go through the last 4 months of my ordeal. And this gentleman was just telling me what I wanted to hear. Oh, you know, no problem, we'll take care of it. Sorry that happened to you. Which is probably in their script book of what to say. So he goes, well, let me call Silver Rock. And I'm like, you know what? You people keep calling back and forth. You don't know. Both your heads are up your asses. You don't communicate. You don't talk to each other. And nothing is getting done. And I have a car now that I cannot drive. I'm stuck. And, you know, oh, we're sorry. We understand. You know, there are people behind a phone. They really don't care at all. They just pawn you onto somebody else and go on about their day and take the next call. So all of a sudden I get back on the phone with somebody from Carvana. I guess it was a supervisor. Brianna is her name. And she said, well, you know what, Tom, let me call. I unfortunately, I don't have an answer for you right now. I have to investigate, which I said is fine. I understand that. So Brianna says, let me call Silver Rock. Let me see what I can find out. And let me call you back within about 3 hours. I said, okay. I hung up the phone, not feeling satisfied at all. Brianna did call me back 2 hours later, but unfortunately I missed the call. Where I live is a densely wooded area, and I did not even hear the phone ring, and it went right into my voicemail. So I listened to Brianna's message, and Brianna said, you know, Tom, I talked to Silver Rock, and they said that your claim was outside of the 100 days warranty. Well, it would be as of today or yesterday, April 7th, because I'm now almost at 4 months of dealing with this. So obviously now I'm over my 100-day warranty. But they did say that they can offer you $150 to pay for that blown tire. Well, the tires cost more than $150. This is a Alfa Romeo with Pirelli tires. They were closer to $200 a tire. They're not cheap. And that does not include balancing, mounting, or anything. So I did not get any relief. I was so frustrated. Brianna in a message did say call me back. I did not call back last night because I was so frustrated. I was getting headaches and migraines. I was so frustrated. So last night I ended up going at my local mechanic here where I live. They actually do mobile tire replacement where they come to your home, which was perfect for me because I cannot drive the car and I have no way. I don't have a spare because these are run flat tires. There's no spare with this car, and I have no way. I'm not paying for towing to a place to get new tires. So there's a place close to me that has a mobile tire replacement. They come here. I had to set that up. Now today is Wednesday. When I did this last night, it was obviously Tuesday evening. And the next appointment for them to come by here to replace the tires on my car is next week on Monday. So I'm going 6 days without my car. Now, luckily, I do have a spare car. My old car before I got this one, I still have that. So luckily, I am fortunate enough to have another car. But the point is, the car that I purchased, I spent a lot of money on, is out of commission. It cost me almost $900 last night to set up to have new tires replaced, which are going to be replaced next week, to come here to my home because my car is not drivable. I ended up calling Carvana back this morning, and somebody else answered, of course. And he didn't know anything about it, so obviously he had to read through the notes. And he said, yeah, he said looks like they're offering you a goodwill check of $150, and we're going to mail that out to you right away, and you can do whatever you want with that $150. And I already knew that that's what the person who was going to answer the phone was going to say. So I already knew that. I actually got beyond angry. To the point where, like, I think I'm living in the twilight zone. And when I said to the gentleman, I said, is there anything in there in the notes about the claim that I've had? Yeah, there is something here in the notes about your claim, but it's over the 100 days. Oh my God. I said, I think I discovered how you guys run your business when it comes to claims. I said, I think you just drain the energy out of the people, and then eventually they go away. I said, that's got to be it. It's got to be it, because I have more things in life to worry about than to keep having this over my head. So I said, you know what? I said, send me that check for $150, and I'm going to get my claim information from my mechanic, because there is a claim number involved that has all the information along with emails. And I'm going to call back and I'm going to give you all that information. And we're going to open up this again until I get replacement for the rest of the money, for the other 800 or the other 700 and some dollars. So I had to buy out of my own pocket $868, I think it cost me to have somebody come here. So now I have to, Carvana is sending me a check for $150. Big deal. That doesn't even pay for a tire. And I'm going to have to fight to get the rest. God knows how that's going to go. But, they say if you have one good experience with a company, you tell one or two people. If you have a bad experience with a company, you tell a lot of people. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be telling a lot of people whenever somebody comes across that they're looking to purchase a car, my first thing out of my mouth will be, don't buy from Carvana. Don't buy from Carvana. They'll tell me why, or they'll ask me why, and I'll tell them my experience. And then I hope that my experience will deter them from buying from Carvana. Now, I'm going to keep fighting for this. Another reason I'm making this video is because I'm going to put this on my YouTube channel. and I'm going to share this video on as many Carvana Facebook groups and places that I can, so I can get as many people as I can watching this. Okay, because I want the people to be forewarned about the customer service, and whenever there's a major issue, how they just push their customers to the side and hope that eventually they go away, send them a little bit of money and call it a good faith or a goodwill gesture, and hope that I'll be satisfied with that. Well, that, like I said, that doesn't even pay for one tire. I still got to get the rest of them paid for. So, and as you can tell by my demeanor as I create this video today on April 8th, 2020, that I'm very upset, because I wanted my experience with Carvana to be a great one. And that's why it's even 4 months now. I planned on doing a review video, and I was hoping to make it a good one. And I was waiting for all this to be done. I was waiting for new tires to be put on everything, and then do a 5-star review of Carvana and Silver Rock, but that has not happened. So now I find myself making a negative 5-star video about my whole experience. Now, why did I choose Carvana versus the guy down the road? Well, one, I don't have 4 or 5 hours to sit in a car dealership and haggle back and forth. I knew what I wanted. I knew how much I wanted to spend, and that's what I found. And I actually found my car for about $1,800 less than any local dealerships. Plus, in my area, the Alfa Romeo is a very rare car. I don't see any on the road. I've had my car for 4 months now. I probably have seen less than 10 cars like mine, Alfa Romeos, and none of them are even this color blue that I have, this custom blue. So there's no Alfa Romeo dealer near me at all that I can go to for help. So I have to rely on mechanics that take care of Italian type cars. So, but that is my review of Carvana and Silver Rock. Take this review as you will, do with it what you will, but I just would like to tell you to do your own research and weigh the pros and cons. But know, if you end up having an issue and you end up having to put in a claim, it's not going to go that great. They try to push you off and hope that eventually you go away, throw a little bit of money at you, and think it's over. So that is my review for Carvana and Silver Rock. I'm not a happy customer, and I'm going to tell everybody that I know whenever I hear somebody's looking to purchase a car about my experience. And do with it what you will. Do with it what you will. So, alright everybody. Hope this video created some insight for you. And I hope that it will help you in your decision to purchase a car from Carvana or not. And I hope that I can see this through and get the rest of my money that I've spent for these tires. So that's it. See y'all. Have a good day.